bullets ripping through the windshield while Rihanna held her 5-month-old baby inside. An AR-15, broad daylight, Beverly Hills. And the woman who pulled that trigger? She had been stalking Rihanna for weeks, sending cryptic messages to her own husband about the singer. What police found on her phone will haunt you. But that is not even the craziest part of this story, because right now, Rihanna is plotting the biggest musical comeback in history, and what she just revealed in her studio at 2 a.m. changes everything. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, do yourself the biggest favor of your life and smash that subscribe button right now, because what I'm about to tell you today is hands down one of the most insane, most shocking, most unbelievable celebrity stories of 2026. And I promise you, by the end of this video, your jaw will be on the absolute floor. Let me take you back to March 8th, 2026, a Saturday afternoon. The sun is shining bright over Beverly Hills, California. This is one of the wealthiest, most exclusive, most heavily secured neighborhoods on the entire planet. We are talking about a place where billionaires live behind massive iron gates, where private security companies patrol every single street around the clock, where you would think nothing bad could ever possibly happen to anyone. And nestled inside one of those incredible mansions, a jaw-dropping $14 million property with manicured lawns, a sweeping driveway, and every luxury you could imagine, Rihanna, the biggest female pop star on planet Earth, is spending what should be a quiet, peaceful afternoon with her beautiful family. Her partner, the legendary rapper A$AP Rocky, is right there beside her, and their 3 precious children, RZA, who is just 3 years old, little Riot Rose, who is 2, and baby Rocky Irish Mares, who is only 5 months old, are all inside the home. Picture this scene for just a moment. A peaceful Saturday, a family together, kids playing. Maybe the baby is sleeping peacefully in her crib. Maybe Rihanna is scrolling through Instagram or working on new music ideas on her phone. Maybe Rocky is watching something on TV or playing with the boys. Just a normal, beautiful, everyday family moment that any of us would recognize. And then, bang, 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 bang. The horrifying sound of an AR-15 style assault rifle absolutely shatters the peaceful silence of Beverly Hills at exactly 1:21 p.m. in the afternoon. Not at midnight, not in some dark, dangerous neighborhood, in broad daylight in the middle of a Saturday afternoon in one of the safest and most expensive neighborhoods in all of the United States of America. Bullets slam into the front security gate of Rihanna's property with devastating force. Metal bends and warps under the impact. Sparks fly into the air. And the shooter, a woman standing on the street, does not stop. She keeps firing, round after round after round after round, the assault rifle tearing through the iron gate, sending bullets screaming across the driveway, hitting an Airstream trailer that is parked right there on the property. And here is where this story becomes absolutely bone-chillingly terrifying, the kind of terrifying that will keep you up at night. Rihanna and A$AP Rocky were inside that Airstream trailer when the bullets started ripping through it. Let me say that one more time so it truly sinks into your brain. The most famous woman in the entire music industry was inside the very trailer that was being shot at with a military-style assault rifle. Bullets were piercing through the windshield, through the metal walls, through everything, while she was sitting right there inside, with her partner, with her babies just yards away in the main house. According to the Los Angeles County District Attorney Nathan Hochman, who held an official press conference after the suspect's court hearing, both Rihanna and A$AP Rocky were confirmed to have been inside the trailer when the gunfire erupted. The bullets went straight through the windshield, through the body of the vehicle. The evidence photos are absolutely haunting. There were 9 people on the property at the time of the shooting. 9 innocent souls whose lives were put in mortal danger. That includes Rihanna herself, A$AP Rocky, their 3 children, including a helpless 5-month-old infant who cannot even crawl yet, plus 2 staff members who work at the residence, and 2 people who happen to be at a neighboring property that was also struck by gunfire. Can you even imagine the absolute terror of that moment? The sheer, paralyzing, heart-stopping fear of hearing the crack of rifle rounds while your babies are in the house, while your 5-month-old daughter is sleeping in her crib? Rihanna herself later described the nightmarish moment in visceral detail, saying, and I'm quoting her exact words here, "They're shooting at us." That is what she screamed as she desperately woke up A$AP Rocky and scrambled frantically with their 3 children for any kind of safety as bullets literally tore through their home. Let that image burn into your mind. This is Rihanna, a woman who is worth over $1 billion, a woman who has sold more than 250 million records across the entire world, a woman who has won 9 Grammy Awards, a woman who has performed at the Super Bowl halftime show. And in that terrifying moment, none of that mattered. She was just a mother running for her life, clutching her babies, trying to survive. This is not a movie. This is not fiction. This happened in 2026 in Beverly Hills to Rihanna. Now, who on earth would do something like this? Who would drive to a celebrity's home, pull out an AR-15 and start firing in broad daylight while children are inside?
The Los Angeles Police Department responded to the shooting call at 1:21 p.m., and within minutes, they identified, pursued, and arrested the suspect. Her name is Ivana Lisette Ortiz. She is 35 years old, and she did not live anywhere near Beverly Hills. This woman traveled all the way from the state of Florida, clear across the entire country, to carry out this horrifying attack on Rihanna's home. Let that sink in for a moment. This was not some random local person who happened to wander past Rihanna's house and snap. This woman got on a plane. She flew thousands of miles across the United States. She acquired an AR-15 style assault rifle. She drove through the streets of Beverly Hills until she found Rihanna's property and she opened fire. This was planned. This was deliberate. This was premeditated, attempted murder. Police arrested Ortiz at the scene and immediately booked her on attempted murder charges. But as the investigation unfolded over the following days and weeks, the true depth and horror of this woman's obsession became shockingly, disturbingly clear. According to explosive court documents obtained by TMZ, Ortiz's estranged husband, a man named Jed Valdez Sangalang, came forward with absolutely bone-chilling evidence. He revealed that Ortiz had been sending him messages about Rihanna weeks before the shooting took place. On January 26, 2026, more than 5 full weeks before the attack, Ortiz allegedly sent her husband an email that specifically referenced the singer. The content of that email reportedly made it clear that Ortiz had developed an intense, unhealthy fixation on Rihanna. This was not a crime of passion. This was not a momentary lapse in judgment. This was weeks and potentially months of building obsession that culminated in a terrifying act of violence against one of the most beloved entertainers on the planet. And the story of Ivana Ortiz herself is deeply disturbing. According to her ex-husband's attorney, Hal Rohn, Ortiz was previously involuntarily committed under Florida's Baker Act, a state law that allows for the emergency psychiatric commitment of individuals who may pose a danger to themselves or others due to mental illness. On top of that, she had lost custody of her own 10-year-old child. The courts had determined she was not fit to be a parent. So let me paint this complete picture for you. We have a woman with a documented, serious history of mental health crises, a woman who was so unstable that the state of Florida took her child away from her, a woman who was sending obsessive, disturbing messages about Rihanna to her estranged husband, and this woman then traveled 3,000 miles across the country, armed herself with a military-style weapon, and opened fire on the home of a mother of 3. On March 10, 2026, Ortiz appeared in a Los Angeles County courthouse for her formal arraignment. She was wearing a blue jail jumpsuit. Her hair was in braids. She stood before the judge and heard the absolutely massive list of charges against her. 1 count of attempted murder, 9 counts of assault with a firearm, 1 for every single person on the property, 2 counts of shooting into an inhabited dwelling, 1 count of shooting at a motor vehicle. That is 13 felony charges. And it came out during the hearing that Ortiz also struck another home in Rihanna's neighborhood during the shooting rampage. 2 additional innocent people were inside that property when bullets hit it. On March 25th, Ortiz appeared in court again and entered a plea of not guilty to every single charge. Her attorney, a public defender appointed by the court, attempted to get her bail reduced from the staggering amount that had been set. The judge flatly denied the request. Ortiz remains behind bars right now as you watch this video, facing the very real possibility of spending the rest of her life in prison if convicted. Then, on March 30th, TMZ dropped another bombshell. Ortiz's professional license was officially revoked. Before all of this madness, she was actually a licensed speech-language pathologist, someone who worked with children and adults on communication disorders. She had education, she had credentials, she had a career, and now all of that is gone. According to new legal documents, the license has been permanently revoked, and she has been formally barred from going anywhere near Rihanna or any member of the singer's family. The TikTok investigator community also dug up something incredibly disturbing. Multiple users found that Ortiz had a history of posting videos online that specifically targeted Rihanna. Videos criticizing her physical appearance, videos making disturbing, obsessive comments about the singer. This was not a single incident. It was a documented pattern of escalating fixation that eventually crossed the line from online harassment into real-world, potentially deadly violence. After the shooting, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky immediately left Los Angeles. Within hours, the family was on their way to New York City, where they maintain another residence far from the scene of the crime. When they were finally photographed together on March 17th, 9 days after the attack, the images told a powerful story. 6 massive bodyguards formed a human wall around them as they exited a Manhattan building to a waiting black SUV. That is not normal celebrity protection. That is presidential-level security. Rihanna was dressed in cuffed jeans, snakeskin boots, a gray sweater, and a leather jacket. She walked with head up, the picture of strength, but the weight was visible. A$AP Rocky walked close behind in a black trench coat and baseball cap, staying protectively near her partner. Before this, Rocky had been spotted alone on March 16th, his first public appearance since the shooting. He appeared calm, carrying a red leather bag and wearing a graphic jacket. The photos went massively viral, but can anyone blame them? Someone drove to their home with an AR-15 while their babies were inside. Of course they need protection. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here is where this already insane story takes the most incredible, most exciting, most jaw-dropping turn. Because while all of this danger and chaos and fear has been swirling around Rihanna and her family, she has been quietly, secretly, relentlessly working on something that is going to absolutely shatter the internet into a million pieces. Rihanna is back in the studio, for real this time, and her 9th studio album, the album that fans have been desperately calling R9 for years, is not just a rumor anymore. It is happening. Here is the complete timeline that proves it, and every single piece of evidence will give you chills. In January 2026, eagle-eyed photographers from Backgrid captured Rihanna walking into a professional recording studio in New York City. The photos spread like wildfire across every social media platform and entertainment news outlet on the planet. After nearly a decade of waiting, 10 long, painful years since her last album, Anti, dropped in January 2016, fans finally had undeniable photographic proof that new Rihanna music was being created. Then came February 26, 2026, the day everything changed. Rihanna posted a now legendary Instagram video that pulled back the curtain on her incredibly packed daily life. The video revealed that most of her work begins after 9 p.m. at night because her days are consumed with being a mother to 3 young children. During a late-night business meeting with her Fenty Beauty team, Rihanna casually dropped a line that made the entire internet lose its collective mind. She said, "I have to go to the studio after this, and I have to make a Mardi Gras costume for my son after the studio. Longest day ever." And then the video cut to 2 a.m., 2 in the morning, and there was Rihanna in a professional recording studio surrounded by equipment and collaborators. She was adjusting levels on a massive soundboard, scribbling lyrics and ideas in a notebook, dancing to music that was deliberately muted in the video so fans could not hear it. And in one beautiful, symbolic moment, she took a pen and physically crossed the word sleep off her daily schedule, because sleep is a luxury that Rihanna simply cannot afford right now. The comments section of that Instagram video detonated. Millions of fans flooded in. "I see studio?" ? One fan wrote with shaking fingers. "She is coming back," another screamed in all capital letters. R9 is real, declared thousands more. After a decade of hoping, praying, begging, and memeing, the most anticipated album in modern music history was officially, undeniably, beautifully confirmed. But the revelations did not stop there. They got even more incredible. According to an explosive exclusive report published by the U.S. Sun, a source extremely close to Rihanna's inner circle revealed that A$AP Rocky will be prominently featured on the upcoming album, and not in a small way. The rapper reportedly appears on at least 3 separate tracks. The couple has been spending long hours in recording studios together during recent sessions, and their musical and romantic chemistry has been described as absolutely electric. They have recorded a few songs together, and he is featured on at least 3 tracks so far, the insider revealed. He has been a strong source of support, but he is careful not to overstep. He understands that this is her project. He is there to show love and encouragement, and if she asks for advice, he happily gives it. They feel deeply connected and want to share that energy through music. And then the source dropped a piece of information that will make every single Rihanna fan on this planet absolutely lose their mind. She has written a significant number of songs, and if she wanted to, she could probably release an album next month, but she is taking her time. Did you hear that? She could release an album next month. The songs exist, they are written, they are recorded, the music is there. She is just perfecting every single detail because that is who Rihanna is. Rihanna told Harper's Bazaar in a deeply revealing 2025 interview, "After a while, I looked at it and I was like, this much time away from music needs to count for the next thing everyone hears. It has to count. It has to matter. I have to show them the worth in the wait. I cannot put up anything mediocre. After waiting 8 years, you might as well just wait some more." The original plan for the album was a reggae-inspired sound, drawing from her Barbadian roots, but by 2025, that entire direction had been completely scrapped. "There is no genre now," she told Harper's Bazaar. "Every time I was just like, no, it is not me, it is not right, it is not matching my growth, it is not matching my evolution." And then she said the words that sent shivers down every music lover's spine. "I know it is not going to be anything that anybody expects, and it is not going to be commercial or radio digestible. It is going to be where my artistry deserves to be right now. I feel like I have finally cracked it, girl." The album is currently expected around 2027, but with this much material already done, anything is possible. And it doesn't stop at just an album. The U.S. Sun reports that talks are actively underway for a massive global stadium tour, Rihanna's first in over a decade. Discussions reportedly include Wembley Stadium and Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, San Siro in Milan, the Olympic Stadium in Rome, Stade de France in Paris, and the legendary Santiago Bernabeu in Madrid, a worldwide spectacle that would be the biggest concert tour of the decade. Meanwhile, Anti continues breaking records 10 years later, and it's honestly mind-blowing. The album just received 9 brand new RIAA certifications in 2026, a full decade after its initial release. With these certifications, Rihanna has officially extended her already historic record for the most diamond-certified singles by any female artist in the entire history of recorded music. No other woman on earth holds more diamond certifications than Rihanna. Nobody. Songs like Work, Needed Me, Kiss It Better, and Love on the Brain are still in heavy rotation on streaming platforms all around the world. People are still discovering Anti for the first time in 2026 and falling in love with it. That is the definition of a timeless masterpiece. And when R9 finally drops, it won't just be competing against other artists. It'll be measured against Rihanna's own legendary body of work. That is the standard she holds herself to. That is why she refuses to release anything less than perfection.
And as if all of this was not enough to make your head spin, Rihanna casually dropped yet another bombshell on the world in January 2026, when a creator named Montana Rose Brown posted an Instagram reel posing the hilarious dilemma of whether to get hot or get pregnant in 2026. Rihanna, who had literally just given birth to her 3rd child, Rocky Irish, just months earlier, responded by hinting that she might actually have a 4th baby this year. Let that settle in. A 4th child, while simultaneously recording what might be the biggest album of the decade, while running a multi-billion-dollar business empire that spans beauty, fashion, and lingerie, while recovering from having her home shot at with an assault rifle.
This woman is operating on a level that the rest of us cannot even comprehend. A$AP Rocky told GQ that their 3 children do not even understand the concept of having famous parents yet, but he said it is his personal mission to make sure they eventually know just how incredible their mother and father truly are. Rocky himself has been having a phenomenal year. His 4th studio album, Don't Be Dumb, debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, marking one of the biggest achievements of his career. And then there is the Fenty empire. Fenty Beauty generated a jaw-dropping $72 million in sales during its very first month back in 2017. By the end of 2018, annual revenue had skyrocketed to nearly $570 million. Forbes values the brand at approximately $2.8 billion, with Rihanna personally owning about half. Savage X Fenty hit a $1 billion valuation. The Valentine's Day 2026 campaign saw Rihanna portray Aphrodite herself in stunning lingerie photography that absolutely broke the internet. She is a mother, a mogul, a survivor, a fashion icon, a beauty industry titan, and very, very soon, she will once again be a recording artist touring the biggest stages on the planet. Nobody on Earth operates at this level, and her story? It is far, far from over. If this story moved you, if it shocked you, if it inspired you, do me just one favor. Hit that subscribe button right now. Smash that bell icon so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below telling me what you think about Rihanna's comeback and the terrifying shooting. And share this video with someone who needs to hear this story. Because the biggest celebrity story of 2026 is not over. It is just getting started. And you're going to want to be right here for every single chapter. You heard it here. Stay tuned, stay subscribed, and remember, nobody does it like Rihanna. Nobody.